Hey everybody, welcome back to the ESL King of the Hill here in lovely Burbank, California. I'm Sajam, and this is...
Hey, I'm Ultra David. That's right. So we've already seen one match today. It was Oliver Queen versus No Respect. No Respect came out pretty well.
Yeah.
Had 2 in a row. But then after that, there were 4 in a row by Oliver Queen, and he really never looked back.
Right.
There were a couple times when No Respect started to move up a little bit, but just never really did what he needed to do to take the whole thing.
At the tail end of the set, he started to make that comeback, right? He was down
true.
maybe like 8-4, and then it turned into like a situation where it was like the 9-6, right, where it was getting closer. But yeah, it felt like he came out really strong, but Oliver Queen had the necessary adjustments. But he gets the privilege now of playing against the king of the hill currently, which is NorCal's KBrad. Evil Genius's KBrad, who is looking absolutely comfortable over there on the couch right now. I'll let you guys know. But yeah, we'll talk a little bit about how this is going to go in case you missed the first part. We have a NorCal and Southern California representative. Winner gets a chance to play against the reigning King of the Hill, which is currently KBrad after he defeated Alex Myers just 2 weeks ago.
That means that I have to say NorCal rather than NoCal because somebody from NorCal won. Congratulations. I hope that Oliver Queen lets me say NoCal again.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, it's going to be a long set, right? It's a first to 10. You can play whatever character you'd like. The beach and training stages are banned. And if you lose, you have the choice to switch character. But I don't expect that from either of these guys.
No.
I think they'll likely play, their characters the whole way through. But yeah, it's going to be a real long set, so it's going to be interesting to see how the adjustments go.
Just looking for Ryu and Cammy here.
I
think that's all that we can really expect out of both players. They've been pretty consistent about it.
Yeah.
The whole time so far.
But yeah, as a reminder, there was that victory that KBrad got last week. He gets himself one of those Controller Chaos arcade sticks, right? The custom ESL ones. So he'll have another one to check out. We're going to get a chance to take a peek at it. Boom.
Look at
KBrad's going to have one of those taken home to NorCal.
Check out ControllerChaos.com.
Yeah, Controller Chaos. You can also follow them over on Twitter to see their different stuff. They do custom, fight sticks, GameCube controllers for Smash, Pokken controllers, all that kind of stuff.
I got a couple of those.
Yeah, they're very nice products. So yeah, we'll take a look at the bracket here and see what the players are going to be in just a second.
Yeah, this is what's happened so far today. Oliver Queen and No Respect, like we said, that already happened. That ended up being 10-6 in favor of Oliver Queen. And, I liked a lot of what Oliver Queen did with Ryu, but now he has to challenge EG KBrad, one of the most successful players in North America, who's been traveling all over the place. Just an absurd number of miles for this guy so far this year. He has been everywhere. He was here last week, and that's why he's here again, because he was victorious, and pretty convincingly victorious as well. Now we're going to go over to Sajam to have a conversation with KBrad and Oliver Queen.
Hey everybody, welcome back. We're going to talk to the players in just a minute. Southern California's Oliver Queen, who just won that set against No Respect, and KBrad, the reigning champion. I just have a question first. How was the steak after last week that you won? You mentioned you're going to get one. How was it?
It was pretty nice, man. And then the hotel I'm staying at right now has some nice steak there too. So I gotta win, man.
You doubled up?
I gotta win.
So, you got the win last week. That means that you're here, and you got to watch the first set that happened between Oliver Queen and No Respect. You got a chance to scope it out. What did you think of that set, and how do you think your chances are going into this?
The set was pretty close. Like, the score was 10-6, but it was pretty close. The only problem was No Respect, when he had a lead, he would go in instead of like running away. So it could have been way closer than it was, but I think he threw away a lot of games. But it was pretty close, pretty nice sets. Pretty happy about they said in Capcom Cup I might have to fight Daigo first. Oh, okay. So this is like super good practice for me, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Right, so you're going to have to play Daigo first, potentially in that Capcom Cup bracket. Interesting to know. So you mentioned earlier that you feel comfortable in the Cammy matchup. Do you feel comfortable against a player like KBrad, right? He has a very different style than a lot of Cammies. He's a much slower-paced Cammy. Do you think that style helps you, hurts you? What do you think about it?
I know it's going to be a tough match for me. So I've been training, and I hope my training pays off for it. So I'm really excited to play against him, and especially in the first to 10.
All right, so a chance to play a long set against someone like KBrad. You mentioned going into Capcom Cup. Is part of your training doing a bit of longer sets, or are you just interested in focusing on training with anybody you can, or what's the thought process like going into Capcom Cup?
It rotates because I like to play long sets also, so I can like learn a lot of things. But sometimes when I go over like F-Champ's house and he has like a bunch of people over there playing, like we do like 2 out of 3, 3 out of 5s. So it'd be 3 out of 5s, then you get up. So you really don't want to get up, so you just run the 3 out of 5, and Capcom Cup is 3 out of 5, so it's pretty good practice.
Right, yeah. Capcom Cup coming up pretty soon. You obviously are not in Capcom Cup. You've just been practicing and really training this year. This is the first year you do it. Is there anything that you have, headed into next year? Are you looking forward to maybe traveling to more events, or what's your process like?
Yeah, traveling out to more majors and competing. That's what I'll be doing next year. That's my main goal.
Right. That is your main goal. And, KBrad, you did some of the most traveling this year, headed to Capcom Cup. Are you looking to maybe slow things down headed to next year, or are you going to keep traveling as much as you are?
I'm not going to travel as much as I did this year. This year was a little too much, but I'm still going to go to a bunch of tournaments. I'm going to go to all the major tournaments. Maybe not as much as like international events, because I went to like every international event also. So I don't know about that. I'll still go back to Europe because I got to do good in Europe. I don't make it out of pools in Europe, so I gotta do that.
All right. Well, you heard it from both of these players. Some thoughts as we head into this first to 10. You guys are going to have a long set. Good luck to the both of you, and we'll see you guys play in just a bit. Hey everybody, welcome back. We just heard from both of our players. This is, of course, the ESL King of the Hill in Burbank, California. I'm Sajam. This is...
I'm Ultra David. So now I think this is going to be a real treat. KBrad, like we were saying before, has been traveling around just a tremendous amount. He's had a lot of success at majors events, and as Street Fighter V has aged a little bit, he has gotten better with it. When the game first came out, he didn't really feel like he could play the game that he wanted to play.
Right.
Right. But as the game has gone on and as he's become more confident in it, people have become a little bit more confident in it and understood more, he's become stronger at this grounded footsies style.
Right, and I think that's a style that it takes time to develop.
Exactly.
You really have to know all the options in a game to slow it down,
For sure.
right? Because if you can still be surprised by stuff, then playing that sort of rhythm is really hard to do. But now that he really understands the game better, yeah, as you mentioned, he's in the tail end. He made it in the Capcom Cup. He's had a great year so far in all things Street Fighter. So again, it's going to be really interesting to see him play another long set. It was really, convincing for him last week in both of the sets that he played, or 2 weeks ago, in both of the sets he played here at King of the Hill. So we'll see if Oliver Queen can give him maybe more of a challenge in a longer set, Ryu versus Cammy.
And it is a cool preview if it ends up being him versus Daigo, to see what his ideas are against a Ryu. Oliver Queen has, as you said, has not been playing as long as some other people have. He's relatively new to the scene. He brings his own ideas into it, right?
For sure.
He's not coming into this with the same sort of ideas that people who have been playing for 10, 15 years.
Right, exactly.
So there's some interesting new stuff in there. So that's part of why I think this is going to be a really cool set to watch. People with different ideas about how to play the game than many other people. KBrad's Cammy style was very much not what many other people were doing with him,
yeah,
with her. But he has made it work, and it seems extremely strong. And I feel like Oliver Queen is the same kind of way.
Yeah. Before we hop into this set, we'd like to thank a couple of our partners, of course, who are helping make this event happen. It's been really great to work so far alongside ESL. And, of course, there's our show that happens. That is every Tuesday, the Ultra Chen Show. You guys can check it out at 8 p.m., twitch.tv/UltraChenTV. We'll talk about all the things, fighting games, not just Street Fighter, but a large chunk of it is that. And just discuss, tournaments, news, footage, Dark Donald being revealed at Red Bull Battlegrounds. You know, that kind of
look
stuff.
out for that.
Yeah, we just talk about all kinds of things over there on the Tuesday show, 8 p.m. tonight.
That's right. Not too long from now, actually. It's
Yeah,
about
just a
3.5
few hours away.
Yeah, exactly right.
And, you know, of course, we have Controller Chaos, which you guys have seen quite a few times already, actually. Today, they have one of those custom arcade sticks that you guys can win. The King of the Hill will actually hold on to one. So, KBrad going to be trying to juggle multiple sticks here by winning multiple weeks. I think he just gets the one. But,
Yeah, he
know.
definitely just gets
But, you know, yeah.
I confirmed that myself.
Yeah, Chris Tarian got one, Alex Myers, and now KBrad. So maybe Oliver Queen gets a chance to score one of those things today. You can follow along on the social media channels, Controller Chaos, as well as ESL SF, and get a chance to win one yourself.
That's right. All right, well, the players are getting ready over there. They both have their headsets on. They're about ready to go. It, like we said, almost certainly is going to be Cammy versus Ryu. That's what we're looking out for. One of the best Cammies in the world, KBrad. Absolutely fantastic player. And for Oliver Queen, you know, Ryu is not as common a character in high-level play as you might expect. Everybody loves Ryu, right? He's a super popular character when it comes to more casual play. But in fact, at a higher level, he is not an easy character to use.
Definitely not.
Not an easy character to use at all. But he's one of the few in the U.S. who's doing it in a strong way, and I think that's great to see. So he lines up with his costume there. He said this is his favorite color, favorite costume.
That's a good one. Yeah, it's the
like
Halloween. The Ryu. You know, you can take off the helmet too.
I do know that.
If you hold the buttons down, yeah. But you know,
He said he doesn't like that one as much.
No, really. I think it looks cool with the helmet too. I'm a fan. Yeah, KBrad locked in with Cammy. It's an interesting matchup. You know, Oliver, he's not the most defensive Ryu. He certainly likes to get in there on offense. Stuff like, you know, meaty roundhouse or dash up roundhouse as something he goes to. So it's going to be interesting to see. I feel like maybe KBrad will be the more defensive player in a lot of this.
Yeah, I expect a lot of slow play out of KBrad. I will try and hit confirm. He often does do that, but not quite there. One thing he said about this matchup to me is that he feels like it's pretty even. If he was going to give the advantage to any character, it would be to Cammy.
Oh, interesting.
That damage from Ryu, you could just see that melt off Cammy's life. Cammy does not have very much life, and Ryu deals a ton of damage. So she can't get hit. But yeah, he feels like she controls a lot of situations.
She's been hit twice and taken a little chip, and you can see the life bar up there.
Right.
So yeah, really, the damage output for Ryu is massive.
Look at his patience by Oliver Queen. That's good to see. Okay, nice mix-up. Will he spend it? He does.
Yeah,
So
just to get a little lead.
Oh, lovely fireball timing.
And reaction from KBrad to get through. Oh, he has his throw bait, but yeah, it works out. He can go for anything here, but he chooses just meaty pressure.
Couple of hits, then the dash, surprising dash. Oh, too far for the strong.
Yeah, KBrad gotta be careful. There's so much gauge down there for Oliver Queen.
Oh, I like the block a lot. Feigned going to the other side. Not quite there. KBrad just looking for one more thing. Very neutral situation after that. They both press buttons.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. You know, as KBrad, that dive kick, maybe uppercut, critical art could have been there, or
could have been parry.
Like or parry into, you know, strong into fireball and the whole thing. So gotta be careful. There has not been a lot of anti-air so far from Oliver Queen on the different approaches, right? You can see KBrad's trying to mix up the dive kick timing.
I think he's doing that.
Oh yeah, you can tell.
Really, wake up, fireball.
He did that before, right, to catch the space. Okay, parry anti-air. Nice chunk, even though the combo was not, you know, huge. It's just a lot of damage.
Very nice. Gets the corner. It's a huge benefit of Cammy being able to switch like that. Reactions were there. Confirms were there.
The counter poke. Yeah, he doesn't have any gauge to spend. You know, he didn't have the full critical art.
And KBrad has often said, you have to throw him. He is not going to tech in many situations at all.
Oh,
there it is. That's what we were talking about last time. This might seal it or be very close. Look at that, a pixel.
You know, it was the miss. He could have uppercut into critical art, and that would have done it. But instead, it was just the raw critical art. Now he's got to work on it.
Oh no! Wow! Oliver Queen ends up losing it. KBrad, I love that confirm. Once you get trigger with her, you know, any button that you press can be a window into what you should next do. That's exactly what he used it for.
Yeah, that low medium kick. You see it hit, you can pop that V trigger and get the uppercut. Good work. That's 2 rounds straight for KBrad. And yeah, he looks pretty comfortable so far. Okay, I like that there's an anti-air now. You gotta watch. Yeah, that dive kick was an uppercut bait. What she can do is just jump and maybe miss the uppercut from far away. But look at the offense from KBrad. It's close to stun. One more will do it. Maybe empty low on the other side. He was trying.
Very buttonsy. Wow. Okay. So these dive kicks have really paid off for KBrad. Sure, he's been parried once. You know, he's been knocked down once. But you can see what the benefit is to Cammy of making them work, of enforcing that kind of movement option.
Yeah, I mean, you know, 1 or 2 uppercuts. Yeah, like, but look at that. That's what you get if you're right as KBrad, and that's what he did. It's such a low risk thing to do. Opened up after that light kick, and yeah, close to stun is Oliver Queen, but now it's gonna fade away a little. still a threat. And KBrad, you know, he loses corner positioning now, but yeah, you got to throw him, as you mentioned. He's really just going to block it out until you do. Yeah, KBrad, wow, look at the strength of that. 2 games straight quick ones. Oliver Queen has got to adjust.
Bunch of stuff that I really like about what KBrad's doing. You know, we talked about the dive kicks, and now he's making Oliver Queen whiff some options and allowing himself to get in like that. I think that that's a big part of it. But I also really like how he's dealt with the V reversal for Cammy. He waited until he saw a strong, you know, he blocked a strong. That's a free V reversal. If it had been a jab or something like that, maybe not so much. Her V reversal is unsafe, so you got to make sure that it's the right option. But he has done that so far, and he's been able to convert being cornered into getting the corner in 2 big moments.
What a big uppercut from KBrad. He rarely does that. That's not an uppercut that he throws out often. Oh, big fierce too. Button is huge. And now, yeah, you can see the uppercuts. I like that Oliver Queen is walking forward a bit more into uppercut range so that there can't be the fakes with dive kicks, right? He's getting into a range where that's not an option from KBrad as much. Damage off the V-trigger.
Oh, yeah. Man. Well, it was going to be into V-trigger cancel anyway, but yeah, I like that time.
Yeah, that was landing a button from KBrad that got crush countered. See him switching up the air options, right? Jump dive kick sometimes, empty jump at that range. Oh, that was a dive kick miss. Crushed again, he gets safe jump.
Okay, and backs off.
Yeah, maybe expecting an uppercut.
Oh, man. Big timing. Oh, the drop! KBrad looking for the big stuff, trying to get the confirm. He has trigger. Oh, interesting, the movement. But yeah, I like this moving forward by Oliver Queen too. It's not just Cammy moving forward. So rather than having to zone her out, which is not easy to do, Oliver Queen has instead been trying to pressure.
Oh, yeah, you got clipped. Oh, drop.
Oh, big timing.
Could have been punished, but now he still has offense. And the wake-up buttons from KBrad. He's not going to uppercut that often. Yeah, you can see, just patience.
Yeah, he's a very patient player. That was his game in SF4 as well. He does not often Dragon Punch. Oh, I like that.
I like the new options from Oliver Queen. You know, he was walking forward so that he is in range to uppercut it often. And then there's a few new things, right? The air-to-air. Yeah, I really like the way he's playing this match. I like that he made a quick adjustment, right? That was 2 quick rounds for him after losing to KBrad in the first 2 games. But it's an early sign to send that, you know, he's not going to go down without, you know, adjusting and playing a good set himself.
Again, walking forward. I don't know if this is what KBrad expected. I think he might have been expecting that more zone-heavy style. But instead, Oliver Queen has been able to, you know, play more offense.
Yeah, and I think that's a great choice from him. You know, you can't just give KBrad the ability to run in and clip you. Oh, this should be stunned. Yeah.
Not going to be death, though, so what's the situation afterward?
KBrad just gets as much as he can without spending any meter. Oh, you see the parry instead of uppercut just in case. Clip low, yeah, that'll catch you if you're, you know, stacking or something.
Oh, not quite there. No, anti-air.
Yeah, I think he's just thrown off about all the different approach options, right? The dive kicks, sometimes being EX, sometimes there's empty jump. There's just so many things that KBrad does to throw off the timing that when he jumps just regular like that, you're just not ready.
Yeah, many times he's just on the ground as well. He doesn't need to be in the air. She has great walk speed and good normals on the ground, so it could be either kind of approach.
Got hit by that. Oh yeah, solar plexus.
Yeah, to take up space in exactly that range I was just talking about.
Yeah, that's a new option. Good block. No punish or anything. And this will buy off the stun from Cammy. She doesn't got to worry about it. What a jump. There's been a wake-up fireball a few times from Oliver Queen, and I think KBrad knew it.
Oh, what a chase.
Okay, good block. Oh, he just forward. That was another V reversal, I think.
I'm not sure.
Or he's a genius.
I mean, he did take up space with that button just a little bit ago as well.
Either way, he converted off it, accident or not. And yeah, now looking to put himself to tie things up, which is impressive, right? There was a quick adjustment that he's made. Oh, that was the uppercut from KBrad.
Absolutely.
But now huge opportunity with the pressure. The stand light kick stuff has worked out for KBrad the whole time. The V reversal just to get the space. And you'll take that anti-air because now there's no corner positioning anymore for Cammy.
Drop, and then walks up for the grab. Oliver Queen looking for something big there. No answer. Oh, he thought it was dive, so he tried his own parry.
And it was supposed to be dive kick, right?
I think you're right.
It was not early jump. That's certainly a V reversal. Oh, with the bait. He wanted to throw, but yeah, KBrad, he's not going to tech that often. What a confirm. It's huge damage.
Wow. Yeah, I'll say. But just like that, it's a tie set.
2-2. And it was so quick, right? I mean, you know, KBrad cleaned up the first 2 games and was looking great, and then Oliver with the adjustment. I like more forward movement. Now you got to wonder if KBrad will maybe do the reverse and then slow things down instead of trying to move forward himself.
Certainly in his game plan, in his ability as a player.
Yeah, you got to wonder if now KBrad, you know, he doesn't force things and he just lets this be slow.
Look at this grounded play. Oh, what a timing. Just as soon as we mentioned his grounded play, and Oliver Queen started playing against it too, that was the jump timing. He's such a smart player, KBrad.
Yeah, there's the approach again. He tried to see if the same kind of thing would work out. Yeah, good confirm from Oliver. That's really impressive.
Not easy.
I like that he's not overcommitting too. There wasn't a ton of walking forward to let her escape easily by V reversal or something. Good blocks and patient, and whip punish
was there. I really like a lot of Oliver Queen's game plan. So KBrad just turns it on, see if he can get anything. Grounded movement.
Whip punish again. It's not easy to do. And okay, one more. Overhead. Yeah, great block.
Oh, I'm sure she can. Well, actually, maybe not from that range.
Yeah.
KBrad not quite there. Needs something else. Can he find his way in?
Got to be careful about the instant EX dive kick or even a fake dive kick. Okay.
Oh,
the throw
the
tech again.
bait was there.
A few times he's teched right there instead of doing throw OS or something, right? Yeah, and KBrad got that because of it. And then the early uppercut too. Oh, delayed jab. Okay, yeah, again, Oliver's okay with that, I think, just to get out of the corner.
Well, he has the corner himself now. This is going to be a ton of stun and damage on Cammy.
Yeah, one more throw.
Will there be anything out of KBrad? He tends to be patient. He pressed buttons instead of Dragon Punch.
And Tatsu to close it out. Yeah, good work from Oliver Queen. That was a quick round. That V-trigger pop from Ryu in the round, I like early because you get that extra damage and stun. It makes your fireballs a little bit more dangerous. It's a good way to deal with it.
Ah, that's an important tool. Crouching strong.
Oh yeah, he was looking to parry the dive kick again, but it was a miss from KBrad.
Grounded control, and then as soon as he felt he had it, he comes in with the air attack.
One more for stun, actually. Oh yeah, the tech again.
The
KBrad gets over. He's going to be able to build up some damage here, but not close it. Counter poke gets clipped, and you know, that's one thing KBrad will do. Find your counter poke timing and dive kick it. Not out of this.
Oliver Queen, yeah,
oh, that was huge. That could have been big. KBrad, the defense
just
and
playing patiently.
Oh, we got him.
You know, that's the thing about playing patiently in a fighting game. If you're playing it well, it just looks like you're not doing anything. But there are so many moments in there where many people would panic.
Yeah.
Press throw tech, press a button, try to move. It feels difficult to just stay still. That's harder to do than many things in fighting games. And yet KBrad's doing it. So
yeah.
Oliver Queen has to see that. Wow, he's baited there again. He has to see that and get the grabs more consistently.
Yeah, learning to do, what a parry attempt with the buffer from KBrad. Learning to do nothing is so much harder than learning to do something. It's so much, yeah, it's very difficult to do. This is going to be damage for KBrad. Likely the round, and it is, yeah. Great work for him. I like that he keeps baiting this uppercut, and you know, Oliver Queen's trying to rotate his defensive options between parry and uppercut and, you know, other things like that down strong, but it's really tough to stop all the aerial movement from Cammy. It's a trade, but immediately KBrad takes up space.
No, he got it. It was quite late.
Does not spend the trigger.
Just a lot of damage anyway. Oh yeah, interruption.
Close to stun is KBrad. Oh, he blocked?
Really? Interesting. So rarely does KBrad do that, and yet Oliver Queen has the right call. Oliver Queen has walked up and then, you know, not pressured, expecting a Dragon Punch before in this set already, but he had the right call there.
Yeah, it was a great block.
A lot of damage.
Oh, miss from KBrad again. Those are rare uppercuts from KBrad too. He really does not do it often. So to be ready for Oliver Queen is really impressive. Oh, big jump over the button. Look at the damage output on this on Cammy.
Yeah, that's not at all an optimal combo. But wow, a lot of damage.
Yeah, well, it's for the situation.
Oh yeah,
Ryu can get so much more. Right?
Right.
Oh man, counter hits it. Oh, he looked for the frame trap, but KBrad had a faster button out. Interrupt, but KBrad's in there. He's got critical art on deck. He's not spent on the first hit, because next will kill if he spends it.
Yes, that'll do it.
That was such a great round for Oliver, too. Like, he was really in there and looking like he could close it out, but just a little series at the end from KBrad was so important.
Yeah, I like a lot of what both players are doing. This is not at all a runaway.
Definitely not, yeah.
4-2, but, you know, there's been a lot of good ideas on Oliver's side. There are some things that are tripping him up. You know, he's been caught with this game, right? You know, what to do about Cammy as she jumps in. Do you parry? Do you throw a fireball? Do you Dragon Punch? They all are solutions to different options, but, you know, they're big bets, all of them. So that's been tough for him to deal with. When Cammy's up close, you know, KBrad's game exactly like that has just really paid off really well. The throw, the frame trap, all that stuff has been there.
He gets the Tatsu. I mean, he's definitely not out of this round. As Ryu, damage output, okay, whip punish.
No, he's another hit from taking.
Ooh, he charged it for a while. KBrad interrupted and stunned. Wow, what a round from Oliver to bring it back.
Denjin Ryu.
Yeah, for real, the stun output is so immensely high from Ryu, especially in that V-trigger, right? Fireball and uppercut, so much stun output. But yeah, he's really been in trouble when up close dealing with the frame traps of Cammy.
Yeah, that's been tough for him. It's tough for everybody.
Yeah, Ryu's normals really are not great for contesting at that range, and he found a little sequence for himself. EX for extra range, I like that. It's a good opportunity. And now he's catching KBrad hitting a lot of these buttons.
Look at this moving forward. Has a chance for the perfect. KBrad presses buttons. Will we try to get in?
Oh, he got him.
Finds it. Saves the trigger.
Okay, KBrad's still a while from this. He's got critical art.
Well, at this point, he's maybe another mix-up depending on what comes. Okay, one more now.
Yeah.
Oh, that was it. That was what he
it.
wanted. And he was just a pixel or two away.
Had that low medium kick connected, cancel, stun, and that's the game.
Yep.
But he gets away with it, and I feel like that was kind of like the other game KBrad just got, where he just snuck and got it. So now 3-4. It's been a real close set. Definitely Oliver looking so far to put up a better fight than anybody KBrad played, 2 weeks ago.
Right.
The up close pressure from him is great. He's really found when KBrad wants to counter poke and has done a good job of shutting that down.
Okay, that was good blocking.
That neutral jump again from Oliver. V reversal this time on something that is V reversible, which is that Fierce.
Here comes KBrad now, exactly again where he really Stand Strong interrupting that?
Yeah, surprised about it. And the meaty. One more will do it for Oliver here.
KBrad slowly in on the approach, hoping to find some big button that he can convert from.
Oh,
really?
He's not gone to that, pretty much at all so far.
Right, well, that's why it worked, I guess. KBrad, damage.
One more for taking it.
Oh! Super's there!
He spends EX instead. Yeah, less resources committed.
Very good.
Really, really smart to know the damage output. Just be aware. So now, Oliver, he lost that round, but he still looks good on the pressure. It's just, yeah, KBrad smothering. Other side. And it was counter. KBrad tried something, and an uppercut. Yeah, he's realized that there is real pressure from Oliver.
Right. Have to get the opponent away from you. So still cornering. Oh, missed it! But so did Oliver.
He really wanted that parry, and yeah. Oh, he got him.
Big time on the jump. KBrad, perfect timing for that.
And I feels like he really just gets in from the air whenever he wants. It's really not been.
It's a real tough game. I mean, it's a tough game for everybody. That's one of the reasons why she's so good, is that she has these different air options. Jump roundhouse, jump fierce, or dive kick, early dive kick, or late dive kick, or EX. They're all dealt with differently. At the same time, she can approach on the ground too. She just has these different threats that few other characters have.
This was the first time KBrad has gone V-skill, and the immediate interrupt from Oliver. It's great awareness. It just shows how ready he is. One more for stun. Oh yeah, there was the throw tech finally from KBrad.
Yeah, I think that's the first time that we've seen. Nice. The first time we've seen the shimmy into, the payoff.
Yeah.
For Oliver Queen against KBrad.
I think finally he just waited long enough and KBrad finally did it. It's very rare that works out. Okay, throw this time, yeah. And I think he's realized that throw against KBrad works. There's the counter. And the wake-up options for KBrad really not paying off now. There's a throw tech away.
Yeah, that's the important thing to see. But KBrad follows up well.
Yeah, chase down. Interrupts. Gotta be careful, KBrad. I mean, okay, he has stun potential, but the V reversal.
Yeah, very smart by Oliver Queen. And now, how does he deal with Cam? Oh, I was gonna say, how does he deal with her moving in? But instead, he moved in, and that's why he was able to do so safely.
Oh, yeah,
KBrad just didn't expect it. He's not expecting these jumps forward while Cammy has trigger.
The V reversal just to gain that space. Oh, he's got him.
Not quite that.
Oh, the late jab.
The shimmy again. The slight walk back of the button. So 2 big opportunities in that game there that show that Oliver Queen can make that work. He can make KBrad tech. He can make KBrad press buttons.
And counter hit him on wake up and figure all that out. Yeah, you're right. It's impressive that a player like KBrad, whose usual wheel of defensive options work out so well, is getting kind of smothered up by the offense from Oliver Queen. That's a punish, and this could start the end of what we'd expect KBrad's rounds to look like. There's no double uppercut, but still close to stun. Wow, okay. Try to anti-air jab. Doesn't work out. Now look at KBrad's round.
Look at that screen movement. That was coast to coast.
Yeah, it carries him all the way, and a very efficient round for KBrad. That's the kind of round you expect from him when he gets that early opportunity. It was one block sweep that led to all of that.
Power corner now, Oliver Queen, and he moves forward, and no anti-air.
Again, yeah. Oh yeah, the double fireballs are getting caught. He likes to throw one and then the immediate follow-up, and look at this. Yeah, this looking like a great game for KBrad. Caught.
Okay. Extremely damaging situation. Look at this. Look at that red up there. Look at it. Oh my god. And one more hit maybe for stun too.
Oh, but KBrad with the button.
It is. No, he drops.
And the chase down. That was really just the awareness from KBrad. So impressive, but no, he didn't do the uppercut. He didn't believe the dive kick would come.
Well, I don't know. I think he might have. I feel like we saw him do full, like, I saw Ryu walk forward, then crouch.
Yeah.
Which is like the start of a Dragon Punch motion.
Yep.
And then he pressed something else.
Medium punch, it would look like.
Yeah, I think it was. I feel like he wanted that to have been strong Dragon Punch.
Yeah.
But he just didn't quite get the time.
Oh, what a buffer. Yeah, that big 6-framer fierce out from KBrad. The reversal to gain space from Oliver Queen. Man, if that had been a jump, KBrad would have been in there. And I feel like the fireballs, the problem is they are always coming in bunches.
Nice timing.
Fireballs are always in bunches from him. They're never just solo fireballs. There's always a second follow-up. Oh, in the prime. And the back throw to gain positioning from KBrad.
Good pressure situation.
The chase downs.
Very consistently.
Yeah,
Being able to chase that down. I mean, it's a common thing to try to jump back in the corner, but it's been a terrible idea in every game except for like 1 or 2. And yet everybody tries it. So it's really important to see that KBrad shuts it down.
Oh yeah? It didn't work?
No! Big time damage, loss of resources, loss of life.
Gotta wonder if that was uppercut just turned critical R.
Maybe so.
It happens. Okay. The lockdown, and yeah, that was a big loss for KBrad. Oh, miss. The walkdown pressure, it's so consistent. The counter hit buttons have worked out so often, and he'll take that to get out of the corner as Oliver.
Anti-air, yes. KBrad tried to evade, but just not at the right spot for it.
The EX dive kick late. You see the aerial approach. There's so many options from Cammy to get in. And KBrad works them. Okay,
Oh, yes.
spent it, yeah.
Speaking of confirms, that's going to be round for Oliver Queen.
An important one because, you know, 7-4 is much different from 6-5 in terms of score. And, you know, that was really a KBrad game until that missed critical art that he had. Oh, what a buffer again. The neutral jump is scary. It has not worked out well for Oliver so far. He tried to bait that, but didn't.
Oh, okay, so KBrad did follow up. I was just about to say it's not easy for her to follow up after a back throw mid-screen. He was able to get in there, stun. And what will be in here next? Not going to be quite death. Ah, interesting little setup. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So it is going to be 7-4. You're right that is a big swing. 7-4 versus 6-5. There had been a back and forth going on. KBrad won, then Oliver Queen, then KBrad, then Oliver Queen, then KBrad. And now it's KBrad 2 in a row after a really nice back and forth.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh, early aggression.
Oliver Queen can make the adaptations that he needs to. Okay, he waited pretty late there, which is good.
Oh man, big uppercut from KBrad, and I think the fact that Oliver Queen has forced that just shows how good his offense has been. It's very rare that that comes out from KBrad.
Really grounded play by KBrad right now. He's not going there. There it is. Just as Oliver Queen got used to playing that ground game.
The jump right on top of the head. It's tough to anti-air.
Take ground control a little bit. This is very patient play by Oliver Queen.
Got him, yeah. Okay, so that's one of the times that this has worked out.
Again, a tech.
Counter poke, but KBrad with his own, and he gets offense off of it. Oh, punish. He has trigger available as well. Which gives him a sweep. Yeah, he can do it.
I don't know, does this work? Yeah. Oh, okay, but he gets the punish after all anyway.
Yeah, sometimes characters can get through with their uppercuts and stuff, which he did, but he was at the right space. If he was a little closer, he would have got, but does not.
Did not get got.
Ooh, the neutral. Yeah, you got to be careful about that. I like the defense from Oliver, not to throw tech.
Look at that patient stuff right there. He's just looking for the jump. He has the anti-air.
Another one.
Again.
And those are chunky damage on Cammy if they countered it. But instead counter poke from KBrad, which has been that low strong that he's found so many times.
A lot of potential damage. Wake up fireball, I like it.
It's been a lot of those.
Yeah, he has.
Oh, the parries!
Oh, cute! No, he was too far. That would have been so sick.
Oh, man. Even if he had just done strong V-trigger into critical R, but this is huge for KBrad now.
Well,
yeah.
It all went south after that.
The parries, yeah. Had he just done strong, you know, V-trigger, he could have got the critical art afterwards, and that might have been it for Cammy, but instead we're in the last round here. The air-to-air works, and he gets in the front. A lot of damage. Even an overhead after, huh? Oh, he tried to throw bait, but Cammy was in range. Just try to walk back, and it wasn't far enough. In the front again.
There's the grab. Oh, very nice. Very smart. Did not
Oh yeah, safe jump. I wonder why KBrad uppercut. You gotta know about that.
Yeah, maybe he was expecting the alternates there, which having to jump low, jump grab, something like that. But no, it was just the basic safe jump.
Yeah, maybe even it looked like it was a little late. It kind of looked like it might have been a few frames later than usual, but was not, so it works out. Or maybe Cammy uppercut just a bit slow, but yeah, good work from Oliver to get that game back. As we mentioned, it's been a pretty back and forth set. 7-5 is close. It's definitely.
We've had a couple games in a row from KBrad here and there, but in general, it's back and forth.
Didn't believe that dive kick was going to be confirmed into the jab. All right, no, he missed a few anti-airs in the last few games, so that's good of KBrad to regain that.
No tech there this time. That's an important thing to see by Oliver Queen, who's starting to get a little bit better handle on how to play around those frame traps by Cammy and with his own.
Oh man, yeah, this is the smothering. How many? He tries to fish back, but yeah, think about how much damage he took. Oh man, so many of those dive kicks that come missed, or even just parry attempts that just have not gone Oliver's way.
Round 2.
It's like the idea is not bad, but for some reason the universe just doesn't want him to have it. Again, like, fireballs in bunches.
Yeah, you're right. And that is hurting him. KBrad right in there again immediately. Just a little bit different timing on the parry.
Oh, miss. Yeah, the back roll threw off the timing on the meaty.
And now KBrad with an approach and just walking up and walking. Just very safe bulldog stuff.
Fireballs in bunches.
I was just going to say, that's something. Well, okay. Oliver Queen now. Oh, fully pressure. Will he get something out of this? KBrad.
Oh, whip. Okay, this is huge damage.
Not death. What can Oliver Queen do?
Oh, he did the uppercut. What a risk from KBrad in that last moment. Dang, that's an important uppercut. That is a huge swinging uppercut from KBrad. To get that game, the difference between that and maybe potentially him getting the match, it is now 8-5 KBrad.
Fight.
Oh, crouching medium kick. Is he looking for different ideas now to deal with these dive kicks?
Gotta be something else, right? Oh man, yeah, big uppercut
right there. And now KBrad's back in. The whip punish was there.
Okay, this is huge.
Well, I don't think he wanted that one. I think he wanted the regular roundhouse, but he does get corner control still.
Stun?
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
It was a
too
little
far.
out of range. Yeah, a little out of
too
range.
far for you there.
But
But he ends up taking it.
Yeah, stun, and it's enough anyway. But yeah, that was so unfortunate. If he didn't get the stun because of that little range difference, that would have been tough.
Fight.
He played safety first.
Yeah, 100%. Big crush counter, and the damage is massive.
Third of her life gone, just like that.
Just need a few of those with Ryu. That's so difficult in the neutral, but yeah, it works out for him. Parry, it works this time, and the crush, he's going to be able to get out of the corner with a Tatsu.
Gets to try to pressure, but believed that there was Dragon Punch coming.
Interesting. All right, he's going to be able to pop trigger, and he gets the hit, but no confirm. Oh, he missed.
You could see that he wanted that. You could see by Cammy's movement that he wanted the Dragon Punch.
Other side.
And
One more.
Okay, he woke up with it again.
KBrad with so much meter. If he can get this round, it's going to be so massive for him in this set. Juggle.
Yeah, I wonder if in some combo video he could have done super there.
Oh, with a little checks.
Anything could do it.
Oh, the timing!
But
he
not
could
that
have
yet.
done EX uppercut to close it, and KBrad stole a round. Man, that's a tough one. That could have been Oliver Queen 6-8, and now potential 5-9. Oh man, got clipped by
Yeah,
that
again, that
low
crouching
medium
medium
kick.
kick. He's trying to get underneath, but EX dive kick will beat that.
It's just if she hangs in the air, you think, oh, he's gonna empty jump, so I'll check the land with my low medium kick. But instead, it's the whole thing from KBrad. Tatsu's.
Oh, roundhouse Tatsu put himself in the corner.
Got lucky. That was just at the right spacing. Oh, the big anti-air jab doesn't work, but KBrad a miss on the confirm again. Parry.
Very nice. A lot of damage. Safe against the corner as well.
Oh, this is huge. KBrad's gonna have it. He loses corner positioning.
Oh, he's really trying to desperately get away. I love the chase by KBrad to make sure he did not.
But again, he knows the counter poke. KBrad just
all
knows.
these things. Yeah, look at this, KBrad. You know, both of those rounds, he had to make the comeback to make it work.
Yeah, and
he did.
You see that EX dive kick timing, right? It's he does his little series that pushes him out of range, and then he knows this is your timing to counter poke. It's been like almost every time the counter poke has been right there.
Yeah.
So that's when he EX dive kicks. And EX dive kicking someone's counter pokes and just being comfortable with their timing is the difference between you know, getting in there with the dive kick or having it parried and punished. And KBrad's been consistently right.
And it's good for KBrad to see that he can make those comebacks as well. A lot of the time he has won by just controlling a lot or making good movements at the right times, but he's had to also make some comebacks, and that's something you have to do if you're going to win a set.
Like that there wasn't a second fireball this time. Ah, the uppercut is good. He'll get through with the drill. It's not a lot of damage, but it's positioning. Really a V reversal attempt, and man, look at this corner now.
Oh, I like it a lot.
He did mention he will go through parries, with parries through block strings sometimes.
Yeah, it's just an option he uses a lot more than other Ryu players.
I like it a lot. I think it's very smart.
In the front, great block, but opened up on the second. Out of there.
Now he gets the pressure. Can he make things happen? Gotta look at the anti-air. No!
What was it?
So fast. I don't know. He wanted something, but whatever it was not fast enough.
Yeah.
I did like that parry through a lot. You know, one of Cammy's big strengths is that she gets these block strings. She's able to deal more great damage than most characters because of them. And so when she gets the hit, it feels like more damage than it really is. But so if you can dissuade her from doing that, dissuade her from the block strings, that's a huge benefit to you.
Yeah. I mean, something I think maybe we should have seen earlier in the set to test. But
Maybe so, yeah.
you know, it's coming out now, and it's worked. Oh, the big, yeah, that could have been a big whip punish for KBrad. All right. Potential. This is King of the Hill point now for KBrad. He got the throw bait. That could be stunned. It's close.
Very close to death. Oliver Queen is still alive. Still
Yeah, he
trying to move
fights out.
forward.
Oh my.
The
Big
spacing
whip.
was good for him there. No Dragon Punch this time.
Out of range, he was looking to bait the throw. And he can get it. He does. Yeah, just like that. It's going to be 9-5 KBrad. And he takes it 10. Just like that. That was a really good set for him. I really like a lot of the adjustments he was making throughout it and looking for those counter pokes and EX dive kicking them. That's such an important thing to just be comfortable with the timing of your opponent.
One thing he did well too was mix up between the ground play and the air play. Of course, everybody thinks of Cammy as 4 dive kicks. And that was a big part of it, of course. Dive kick or jump roundhouse, jump fierce. But one thing he did a lot was just walk around on the ground. And he would do it at such timings where you could see Oliver Queen was beginning to expect that that's how it was going to go, that it was time to play the ground. And when that would happen, KBrad would consistently switch it up. All of a sudden, it's the air approach. And he was able to get in by doing that. So I thought that was a really good part of his plan. You know, we did see that interruption of the block string by Oliver Queen towards the end of the set. Like Steve said, that might have been something to have tried a little bit earlier just to, you know, kind of get rid of that part of her game plan. That is one of her big strengths, is that she does get nice block strings. She gets great damage that she can turn into real damage, or she can put herself into a range where she can walk back up easily or dive kick in easily. It's a really strong spot for her. But we didn't see the challenge until late. So let's go over to Sajam to have a talk with the guys.
Hey, what's up, guys? We just finished our set. KBrad again reigns as the King of the Hill. That was a really good set. As you mentioned, you know, going into Capcom Cup, there's a chance you might play Daigo. Was there stuff that you've already been preparing for the matchup potentially? And what did you think about playing Oliver in a long set?
There's a lot of stuff that I was practicing for, like just against Ryu in general. But playing Oliver made me realize that I'm not ready at all, because he caught me with a lot of stuff that I felt like I should never get hit with. Like he just jumped at me and I never anti-aired. Like he was getting a lot of jump ins. I was like, why am I letting him jump at me? Then I got hit with a lot of strings, like a lot of strings where I should be blocking, and I'm just hitting buttons, and I'm like, I need to get better, man.
Yeah, you know, that's what these first to 10 kind of sets are about. You know, we saw a lot of interesting stuff. One thing that I noticed, it seems like, Oliver, you were really comfortable in a lot of the matches. It's just, you know, when Cammy gets that opening in the corner, right, he'll knock you down, carry you to the corner, and it's just like KBrad seemed very comfortable to finding your counter poke timing and EX dive kicking and just staying on top of you. Is, you know, there a plan that you have there in the corner, or was his pressure just something that you didn't expect, or was it a little overwhelming?
Yeah, Cammy's pressure in the corner is like, it's been a little rough for me. So I was trying not to get in the corner. I kept getting pushed in the corner, so I knew it was going to be like a little trouble. There was a couple of times where I was parrying because I knew he would dive kick, and I saw he did a button error, and he would just jump like kick, and I was like, wow. But, I mean, he got me. Cammy's a really good character. He's a really good player, so I didn't expect it to go like really easy or anything. So I've learned from the matchup, though, or from our set right now.
Okay, yeah, and you know, there was a few times in that, like I mentioned, where I feel like you really got used to his counter poke timing, and you were really good at EX dive kicking. Is that something you just pick up player by player, or is there certain sequences you look for, like after maybe short, low short, jab, or what is it?
Yeah, like when I'm pushed out of his block string, I feel like it's my turn now. So, no, but what was so funny is at the beginning, I whiffed 2 dive kicks, and it was it was an accident, obviously, right? So I was like, is this gonna work again? So I jumped. I would just jump button. I was like, if he's gonna anti-air me, he's just gonna anti-air me. So then when he parried, I was like, okay, let's try to keep doing it. I did the last 2 times I did it on purpose. But the first 2 times it was an input error. So I was like, cause you know Ryu can parry and get a full punish. So I was like, I would rather you just DP me than to parry my EX dive kick and I get strong, fierce DP. It hurts too much. Well, 900 health, you know.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage to eat. Yeah, that was one thing that we mentioned a lot. There was tons of times where there'd be the jump from you and then just the button. And then especially at the start, 2 times in a row you had the read on the parry, but it was just like the miss.
Yeah.
So it was like the accidental best moment of your life. It's just like a really good one.
It was a lot of input errors in that match in general too, because it was like I think when he won 2 straight, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do something so delayed. And I think he did V reversal, and I ate the forward fierce. I ate it, and I ate the full combo. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, we saw a couple of those V reversals with like the forward fierce stuff close. Those were V reversals, right?
Yeah, I hit that was both times. I was like, oh, it worked in my favor. But it was reversal.
Yeah, so a couple of little errors back and forth, yeah, that we saw, you know, the missed dive kicks and the V reversals, but a really interesting set. You know, heading into Capcom Cup, is there any additional training that you're going to do? It's just a few weeks away, so, you know, what are your thoughts heading into it? You know, been able to play in the King of the Hill a few weeks. You're going to get to play again next week as you're the champ. You know, is there any particular matches or players you'd like to play now? Since, you know, 2 weeks in a row, you got the W. Is there anybody from NorCal or SoCal that could beat you?
I just want to play everybody, dude. I'm actually going to travel to, like, obviously I'm going back to the East Coast after this. I'm going to play a bunch of people there. And then I'm going to try to play with some of my teammates for sure. I want to play with all of NorCal, all of SoCal. I want to just make sure that I'm ready so I don't have any excuses for Capcom Cup. So when it hits, I can say, I did everything I could to try to win instead of, man, I should have practiced more. So I'm going to just play with everybody.
All right, so it was really awesome to hear from both of you guys about the set. It was a really awesome set. Thanks for playing, and hopefully you guys enjoyed us home as well. That's going to do it for us here at the ESL King of the Hill, and we'll see you guys next week.
Not exactly.
Well, interesting words from KBrad there, who we will see next week. As you can see, he is the champion, having defeated Oliver Queen in a set 10-5. Interesting to hear the perspective from both players. You know, some of the things that KBrad was talking about I thought was real cute. The idea of seeing that he had made an error with the dive kick. That he wanted a dive kick, but it came out as jump short or whatever it was, jump roundhouse. And it worked for him, and he thought, okay, well, if this is working,
yeah,
why not just try it again?
And then the accidental V reversals that we saw as well with the forward fierce.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a funny set. Stuff like that will happen in Street Fighter.
Sure, as in everything, we're humans.
Yeah.
Right? And so people are going to make mistakes. But one of the good things that you have to learn to do is to convert off of your mistakes. You have to see, oh, I screwed up, but that means that I can do X or Y instead.
Yeah, like
or
off the
if
forward
I screwed
fierce,
up, but it was good. Hey, maybe I should do that on purpose.
Yeah, off the forward fierce, there was like the conversions. Both time he hit it, he was like, all right, full combo. And then as you mentioned, yeah, KBrad figuring out that the whiff button and then going into the combo afterwards. It's really interesting. You know, not everything's always perfect in fighting games. In fact, it's like never perfect.
Look, yeah,
ever.
we're all humans.
Yeah.
Everybody makes a mistake. And so you have to get used to them. And you have to, of course, you want to work to minimize them. But when they do happen, you have to be ready for them. And you have to know how to convert or how to capitalize. Or if it works out, do it on purpose.
Yeah, turn it on and figure it out. So far, you know, KBrad has been really impressive. 2 weeks in a row, and I feel like his wins have been convincing. They have been very nice, clean wins for himself. You know, he beat Oliver 10-5 today. Last week, both sets that he played in first 10s, or 2 weeks ago in the first 10s, were very convincing as well. Yeah. So I'm curious if there's anybody that we can pit against KBrad.
You know, there were times in this set when it was close. It was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I think there were 5 or 6 games in a row that were back and forth.
Yeah.
So I didn't think that it was a runaway until really the last few games in a row.
Right.
KBrad won his 6th and 7th, then Oliver won his 5th, and then after that it was all KBrad. So those last 6 games were one-sided. But before that it was very close. And so I don't think that he is so far above everybody.
No.
You know, I do think that he's going to have challenges. But that said, there's no doubt that KBrad is one of the best players in the country. He's one of the best Cammy players in the world. And he's going to be in Capcom Cup. Right?
Yeah.
That's coming up quite soon in Southern California. And so he's going to be able to show his gameplay. I thought it was really good to hear from him that he, even though he won, identified some issues.
Yeah, 100%. The fact that he afterwards said, you know, I won the set, but there was so much I learned that I didn't know. That's a really good mindset to have, not to just be like, I got the W, obviously I'm ready.
Right.
But instead to say, yeah, even though I won, there was a lot of things there, here and there that I feel like I could work on. I think that's the perfect attitude you need to improve.
Absolutely. That's right. And, if you'd like to improve, if you'd like to talk about fighting games and ways to get better at them, but also all the news and everything else that's going on, all the drama and craziness of the fighting game community, then you can watch what we do Tuesday nights at twitch.tv/UltraChenTV. 8 p.m. Pacific time is when we start, which is in about 3 hours.
Just 3 hours from now, yeah, we'll be talking about all things fighting games and just general news as well as, tournament results and things like that. That just go on in the general fighting game community. So if you guys want to check that out, definitely do so in 3 hours from now. Also, of course, we'd like to thank our other partners for this event, Controller Chaos, who is providing the awesome sticks that the winners will get, and people at home. So you want to follow along at ESL SF as well as Controller Chaos for your chance to get a fight stick. Hey, Brad, just collecting these things. He's going to have to lug them around, the multiple, arcade sticks that he's got from them, as well as the people providing our monitors, of course. Addis, thank you again, who is providing these Zowie BenQ monitors that we have for you guys to play on. That our players are playing on in this head-to-head setups here. So again, follow them on Twitter. You can see the URL down there, Addis Inc. You can follow that along. So thanks again to all the partners who help make this stuff happen. We do have confirmation about the players next week. If you guys are interested to see who could potentially take down KBrad as King of the Hill, the NorCal King of the Hill. He's put 2 on the board so far.
Yeah.
There have been 5 weeks.
Got to still say NorCal, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. There have been 5 weeks. 3 have been for Southern California. 2 have been for NorCal now. Next week, we will have Rathmatics from Southern California.
Okay.
And Northern California will be represented by one of our previous NorCal representatives, Kelvin, his brother, Brian Gian, BJ Unchained. So those will be the 2 players next week, Rathmatics versus BJ Unchained. Winner will play against KBrad.
By the way, about KBrad, if you'd like to check out his stream, he's been streaming a lot more lately. Check it out at twitch.tv/KBradJStorm.
He's been streaming a lot, in between his travels, lots of different games, a lot of Final Fantasy, and some Street Fighter as well. He's been playing ranked, Street Fighter and just grinding online, helping people out. It's a very entertaining stream, so definitely check him out, KBradJStorm. That is also his Twitter if you'd like to follow along.
All right, well, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We'll see you at the next King of the Hill.